we've got a 45-second countdown clock this week, and I shall appear on screen momentarily. If you are joining us on Facebook, thank you. If you're joining us on YouTube, thank you. And I'm just looking to see whether we're actually live on Facebook. Time will tell. Yes, we are. So that's good. And I'm going to watch the countdown clock. She's going down to 9 seconds. Okay, so thank you for joining me. And I'm going to appear now. Okay, so you can see me. You can see the photograph of myself and Fonz. This is Building Our Community, our regular Monday show, which goes out at 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK. And it's also the pop quiz, which you can see right above me. And I did have one or two problems before we went live, but they all seem to have sorted themselves out now. Now, unfortunately, Fonz can't be on live with us today. He's with us in spirit, I know, and may comment on the broadcast as we go along. But we're here as usual to say hello and say hello to Corinda. And Corinda's saying, hey all. And to everybody who's watching live, thank you. Please do say hello. Comments drive the show, and the more comments we get, the more people will see the show. That's the equation. But I want to start off this week, before we go to the quiz, as I've got your attention, with a rant. Well, not a rant. Basically, I'm just going to go full screen. Right, okay, question for Corinda before I start the show. Corinda's watching on YouTube. Thank you, Corinda. What happened to you and Nick in the end? We looked at the replay, Corinda, and everything seemed okay. Everything seemed okay on Facebook and on YouTube. I don't know what happened. There are occasionally glitches, as we know, but hopefully this broadcast you can actually see what I'm saying as I'm saying it, and there is no lag. If it's any different, then if you can let me know. And say hello to Nick, who's just been mentioned. Hi, Stephen and Fonz. Great to see you. Well, thank you, Nick. There's only me today. Fonz can't make it today. He will be back with us. I've spoken to him earlier in the day a couple of times, and he will be back live at 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK next Monday. I'm looking forward to that as well, because he's been off for 2 weeks now. I want him to be fully recovered and to join me live. Okay, for a rant. Time for a rant. Okay. I'm about to do a new video, and it's about going live on Facebook. And well, over the weekend, I was asked a question. The question was, can I put a scheduled live broadcast onto my WordPress blog? And the answer is yes and no. If you go live on YouTube and you schedule your YouTube broadcast, then I was able to put together a short 7-minute video which showed you exactly how you can schedule your broadcast on BeLive, go over to YouTube, get the embed code, come back to your WordPress blog, and just put in the embed code, and then people can come and watch you on your own website. Now, at the end of the day, this is all about bringing people to actually watch on our websites and to read our blogs and to get to know us and to, well, order things if they like what we're selling. But you can do that with YouTube, because as soon as you create a BeLive post, broadcast, scheduled broadcast, then there is a post on YouTube which doesn't move, and you can use the embed code, you can use the link, and you can create a blog post and say, forget about YouTube and Facebook, just come and watch me on my own website, comment away. Yeah. And you're driving traffic to your website, which at the end of the day is what it's about. But then I thought, well, what can you do with Facebook? And because I was asked the question, what can I do with Facebook? The answer is no, because Facebook at the moment are working their own way, which is not the way we broadcasters want to work. Basically, when you schedule from BeLive or StreamYard or Restream, the post that's created on Facebook is not a video post. So as it's not a video post, you cannot embed it in your blog post. And putting the link in your blog post is about as much use as a chocolate fire guard, because when people go to that blog post, all they will see is a link, and this video is entered. Let's go to the comments, see if anybody agrees with me. And answer is yes and no, correct. And Nick's saying hello to Corinda. Always look when people talk to each other. And Corinda's saying correct, thank you. And over to Nick. And I see people using web chat online. Yep. Okay. So Facebook scheduling is broken, and it doesn't look 5 months down the line like they're going to fix it, because you don't have a Facebook video post until you go live. Until I went live just now, there wasn't a post on Facebook for my live video. Yeah. So that means that I cannot do a WordPress blog post in advance with the Be Live Facebook video in it. No chance. It's impractical. I mean, if I said to you, okay, just give me sort of 5 minutes, I'm going to write a blog post, you think I'd lost it? Well, you'd probably be right there, but it doesn't make any sense. Actually creating the post as we go live may make sense from Facebook's point of view, but it does mean that we can't embed Facebook live videos on WordPress or any other website for that matter. And it would be good if we could, because then when we embed a Facebook post, it means that people who come and watch it are actually not only looking at our website, but are logged into Facebook. So it's a win-win situation. There are no losers in this. The losers at the moment are Facebook, because basically when I posted a link to the show that Nick and I did at 10 a.m. Eastern today, and when I posted a link to this show we're doing at 12 p.m. Eastern, I actually used the YouTube video to promote this broadcast. I didn't use the Facebook broadcast post because it doesn't contain a video. So in terms of promotion, Facebook lose out again, because the Facebook video is not on my timeline. There's no point in putting it on my timeline until I go live, and I can't put it on my timeline until I go live, and I can't, you know where I'm going with this, I can't actually leave the studio to do that without, well, disrespecting everybody who's watching live now. So I cannot embed a Facebook video in my WordPress post. I cannot share a Facebook video on my own timeline. Those are not good things. So back to the comments and see if where we are now. And yeah, using web chat online. And over to Nick is saying hello, Corinda, and Corinda is saying, I'm watching it on your live video training website. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Right, that's interesting. Yeah, I did share it out to live video training. I mean, I can share to other business pages before I go live. I can cross post. So I'm cross posting to live video hub. I'm cross posting to live video training. I'm cross posting to anybody who'll have me, really. But again, the post created on those sites is not created until I go live. Yeah. So it's a horlicks, it's a mix-up, it's a mess, and I just can't see Facebook changing it anytime soon. So in summary, if you're going to go live on Facebook and YouTube simulcast, because there is no extra cost, no extra overhead. When you go live on Be Live and you go to Facebook and YouTube, it's not you doing it, it's Be Live doing it. You send one signal to Be Live send 2 signals out to Facebook and YouTube. There is no extra processor power or bandwidth required to go live on 2 sites at the same time. And we can't make that point enough. Right, over to the comments, and people are still with me, which is good. And over to Nick. I use YouTube to promote my Friday show on LinkedIn, and it played after I had finished. Okay, well, you mentioned the magic word LinkedIn. I would love to be able to go live on LinkedIn if anybody from LinkedIn is actually watching this broadcast, and so Nick. Oh dear. Well, never mind. These things are sent to try us. We've got it. All we can do is experiment. Cross posting still works. It does cross post the first post, then it creates the second post. So it's still working. But again, you can't share anything because it's creating two posts. And I don't have LinkedIn Live. And like Haps. Yeah, I've seen Cindy Sakai on Apps and You Good Self on apps.tv, HAPPS.tv, in case I'm not pronouncing my H's. That's, I haven't made my mind up yet. Haps.tv reminds me of Stage 10. Stage 10.tv has been around a while, and we know that the creator of OBS Ninja works for Stage 10. That's Steve Seguin. And he created OBS Ninja. But they are quirky. In other words, it's very, if you're going to have a look at it, you'll see what I mean. It works. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I've seen Cindy and I've seen Corinda on Apps TV, but it's not like BeLive or StreamYard or Zoom. That's all I'm saying. Just go and have a look at it and see what you think about their broadcast studio, because it is totally foreign. And Corinda's last comment was, how do you know we haven't got LinkedIn Live? Just saying that again. Oh, to Nick, the YouTube link played. I wasn't native on LinkedIn. Okay, so Nick's not on LinkedIn either. So 2 shouts. We want LinkedIn Live, please. I keep sharing live videos there in the hope. Are you on the website now? No, I'm not. This is remiss of me. I didn't decide to have a rant until I went live, just before I went live. But I will do it for the next one, so you know how it's done. I do have a video on YouTube which shows you how to do it, but you must be going live to YouTube to actually embed it into your website. Hello, Peter. And over to Corinda. And Corinda is saying, hello, Peter. And presumably at some point, Peter will say hello to Corinda and to Nick. And Corinda's posted a link to Haps TV if you want to take a look around. It is free to use, and it's interesting, and it works. That's all I'm saying. But it looks nothing like BeLive or StreamYard or Zoom or Restream. Okay, now a cautionary tale, and I promise I'll do the quiz. As we know, when we broadcast to Facebook, we broadcast to using a third party. We're reliant on the third party having a good relationship with Facebook. If that relationship between the service provider and the Facebook breaks down, then there can be problems. And there's a temporary outage of Restream to Facebook last Friday, which has now been restored. But it just shows the value of actually going on more than one site, because the Facebook videos disappeared. Anything that was on Restream to Facebook disappeared. But the restreams to YouTube were still there. And because, I mean, we know the size of Restream and we know the size of Facebook. It is David versus Goliath. But it would be good if we could actually broadcast to our own turf. Now, I say a good thing, just talking of Haps TV, they have the ability, not only do they go live on Facebook and YouTube and Periscope and everywhere else under the sun, but they also store the video so that you've got your own page on Haps TV where people can go and see all your videos. Now, I was talking to Nick about this earlier, and this particular instance didn't occur to me. But if you can have your videos stored by your service provider, then that's even better. That's another step forward, because if we could have our own pages which showed all the videos we'd ever done, and we could tweak them so that we could have the layout we wanted, then we know that the videos are never ever going to disappear on the service we're actually using, because that's the That's where it all starts from. And also the recordings will be in HD. Okay, and catching up on the comments. Hello, all dudes. That's Peter's way of saying hello, dudes. I hope they're all dudes, because if Chris is here, she'll sort you out, Peter. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we can do that. It's a shorter show today because, as I say, Fonz is not actually with me. To who's watching live at the moment, thank you. Okay, so without further ado, I've had 2 rants now and a few suggestions. Let's put the quiz full screen. Okay, and I'm going to go over to Trivia Plaza where the quiz sits, and if I press play, it's probably going to argue with me. And hopefully it will come up with something. Just reload this page. So I'm going to reload the page and I'm going to press play. So the year is 1975. I hope we've not done this before. And the basic idea here is that we're given a song title and we have to decide who sung the song. So in this case, the song is Please Mr. Postman. The options are the Carpenters, Elton John, Hot Chocolate, and Donna Summer. So you have 30 seconds to put in your best guess, or if you know it, the correct answer. And then I will click the button and we'll know whether we were right or not. So and Nick said hello to Peter as well. So everybody said hello to everybody. And if you're watching and haven't commented either on YouTube or Facebook, then please do comment. Okay, you can see Nick, Peter, Corinda, hopefully, and I live on Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK on restream.io with live talks, and we'll be joined by Marco Novo, Harper Peterson, Krista Boven, and this week, Dom. All things being equal, so there should be 8 or 9 people on screen this week, and it's not a Zoom meeting. This is a totally interactive broadcast taking place on Restream, on the BeLive, well, on the live video production page. So you're more than welcome to join us. And I'm just waiting for the guests to come in. There seems to be a delay. I do need some help with this quiz. And Donna Summer is Corinda's answer. I tend to back Corinda because he's pretty good, and he's done it, and I think this time. So that's a guarded Donna Summer. So we'll go with who can we go? I'm going to hide that, and I'm waiting for another answer. I need corroboration. I need somebody's input. If you get it wrong, it's not. This is just a game, and as we English know, it's not the winning the game, it's the actual taking part in the game. So go for it. Put your best answer in. There's only 4 choices. Please, Mr. Postman. Okay, so I'm going to wait another 10 seconds or so. If I get it wrong, then I get it wrong. If I get it right, you know, I'm going to go. I'm sorry, Corinda, but I'm going to plump for, if I can find the right page, I'm going to plump for the Carpenters. Okay, so we're underway. We've got 1 win, and batting well. And Nick agreed with me. That's good. Well done, Nick. And so there we are. We're off to a good start. We've got 1 out of 1. Can't get better than that. Second one, Evil Woman. Was it Queen? I hate it when a word's got an H in. Ohio Players, Electric Light Orchestra, or the Carpenters. Now, if you were there at the time, this is 75, you can probably hear the tune going round in your head. And if you can hear the tune in your head, then I can say without fear of contradiction, it certainly wasn't the Carpenters, because I don't think the Carpenters sang a song with evil in the title. It just wasn't. It's not a Carpenters thing to do evil songs. So we've got to go with one of the other 3, I think. And I'm just waiting for the guests to come in. Yeah, so join on Wednesday, and you can join me tomorrow. Same time, 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK, and I'll be live, and I'll be talking about whatever comes to mind. Different rant tomorrow, I think. I'll go and think of something to actually talk about, but the guests are coming in. Okay, and the guests are coming in, and we've got ELO from Corinda and ELO from Nick. So we've got 2 votes in. My vote makes it 3 votes for the same one. So let's go with ELO. And we're right. Well done, team. Okay. Now, next one is a bit of a tongue twister. Theme from Mahogany. Do you know where you're going to? And was it sung by Linda Ronstadt, Ohio Players, Neil Sedaka, or Diana Ross? The theme from Mahogany. Theme. Was Mahogany a film? I don't know this one. I genuinely don't know. So I do need some help. So I'm going to be led by whatever you decide. Yeah, so who was it? Who had a hit with Mahogany? Do you know where you're going to? Yeah, I know where I'm going to after this broadcast. I'm going to cook roast pork with roast potatoes, parsnips, carrots, and broccoli. Can't beat a bit of broccoli. So I'm chefing after this broadcast, as I usually do on a Monday. So we may end a couple of minutes earlier so that I can get my chefing done. Okay, over to Corinda. That was ELO for the last one. And this one, Diana Ross, says Nick. Okay, good. And Diana Ross says Corinda. So without further ado, because I don't really know, I'm going to go with the majority vote, which is Diana Ross. Well done, team. Batting 3 out of 3. Okay, now the next one is You're My Best Friend. And was it Bad Company, Art Garfunkel, Queen, or Simon and Garfunkel? So Art Garfunkel is on there twice, either solo or with Simon, Paul Simon, Simon and Garfunkel. Bad Company, British band with Apple Records. Queen, well, Queen of Queen. Okay, now if you are a fan of this band, you won't need to go off searching. You'll know straight away the answer to this. Because it's, well, I'm not going to say, if I mentioned any of their songs, then that would give the game away. So I've got to say tight-lipped in relation to the songs. But let's go to Nick. And Nick is saying, need to update my profile pic. Well, yep, okay, Nick. Nick's saying Queen. Corinda's saying Queen. And so, therefore, we have 3 votes for Queen. And I think that's the correct answer. Okay, brilliant. We're doing well. Okay, magic. Just a single word magic in the title. Simon and Garfunkel, Glenn Campbell, Pilot, or Captain and Tennille. Okay, I'll leave you to think about that one for a moment. Okay. I was thinking, what can I actually do? I could actually display works of art at the same time, couldn't I? Because the screen looks a bit bland at the moment. I think next week what I'll do is put together a slideshow of works of art and show that on screen as well. So you've got a picture to look at. So look for that. We're going to be inventive. When Fonz is back next week, we'll bring in a few of his colorized photographs, definitely, and talk about his book, which is released this month. Fonz has a new book out, History of Cambridge, Volume 2. Volume 1 did very well. So I'm looking forward to actually talking to him about that. And not sure, says Corinda. That's a reasonable answer, Corinda. We can't know everyone. Magic. And brilliant. Okay. There isn't a button there that says no idea. It's just not allowed. So you're going to let me pick, are you? And I've got to pick between Simon and Garfunkel, Glenn Campbell, Pilot, and Captain and Tennille. Okay, I too do not have a clue. So I'm going to go with, and this may well scupper our attempt at 10 out of 10, but I'm going to go with Captain and Tennille. Ah, and it was Pilot. Never mind. Right, okay, next one's a little bit easier. Okay, we're back on songs that we do know. Song number 6, The Ballroom Blitz. Was it Olivia Newton-John, Sweet, Kraftwerk, or Pilot? Now, just a reminder, we can have the same answer in different questions. So we've already had Pilot, which sort of tricked us, but it doesn't mean they can't be the right answer here, other than the fact that they're not the right answer here. And I'm reminded of the song Sugar Sugar for some reason, I don't know, or Honey Honey. Just as two subtle hints there for who I think it is, without giving the game away totally. Kraftwerk, one of my favourite German bands. I don't think they did the Ballroom Blitz, but you never know. It could be true. It could have been Kraftwerk. If you're watching this live, thank you. This is Stephen, and Fonz is here in spirit. This is our weekly quiz from Trivia Plaza. We're answering 10 questions. We're given the band and 4 options. We have to select who had a hit with the titled song. After that, and Crinder is saying it's Sweet. Nick is saying, that's a guess. Sweet, but it's a guess. Well, you need guess no longer, because the correct answer is Sweet. That's good. Right. Now, who had a hit with Only Yesterday? Was it Diana Ross, the Carpenters, Roger Glover and the Guests, and I've got to admit I've never heard of them, or Glenn Campbell of Wichita Lineman fame? So I have heard of Glenn Campbell. I've definitely heard of the Carpenters and Diana Ross. But if you know who Roger Glover is, then if you want to post that in as well, but don't put Roger Glover as an answer, because I don't think he sang Only Yesterday. So thank you for your answers so far. We're doing well. We've got 5 out of 6. We're just about to get 6 out of 7. So, but I do need some help. Just some confirmation will be good. And Nick is saying the Carpenters. We're just waiting for Corinda. And Corinda, your answer is? Oh, right. Mr. Stewart is playing. The Carpenters. Corinda is saying the Carpenters. So we've got 3 votes for the Carpenters. My vote makes it 4. So we're going to go with the Carpenters. Okay. Well done, team. Right. Okay. Island Girl. Was it Earth, Wind and Fire, Elton John, the George Baker Selection, or Diana Ross? I think George Baker. I know Ginger Baker. He was in Cream. George Baker, I don't know. George Baker Selection is obviously a combo. I don't know. So the question is, and it's question number 8 of 10, and then we can see how we've done. So question 8 is Island Girl. Was it Earth, Wind and Fire, Elton John, George Baker Selection, or Diana Ross? And help is needed. And that's the answer to the last question, the question before. Feels a bit like 2 Ronnies at the moment, giving the answer to the question before. But I'm going to wait for a few seconds until the jury placed their votes. And Grinda's going with Elton John. Now I can hear and over to Nick, and Nick is going with Earth, Wind and Fire. Okay, Peter, who do you think it is? You've got the casting vote here. You can either go for Elton John, Earth, Wind and Fire, or you can go for George Baker or Diana Ross. Okay, now I've got a riff going through my head, so I think I got an inkling of who it is. I'm just waiting, and no further answers are coming in. I'm going to give it countdown. 10. Oh no, I'm not going to do a countdown. I'm just going to guess the 10 seconds. And then I'm going to plump for one of the 4 answers on the board. And I may change my mind if any more words come in. And Be Live in 5 is saying Diana Ross. Okay, so let's just look at this. We've got Elton John. We've got Guess Earth, Wind and Fire. And we've got Diana Ross. So we've got 3 answers out of a possible 4 for one question. And it's not helping. Okay, I can go with, I've got to go with the person who's got the right answer, obviously. That's what I've got to try and do. So I'm going to go with Corinda. Well played, Corinda. Well played. Okay, right. Question 9 of 10, and we're still batting 7 out of 8, which is marvelous. I Only Have Eyes for You. Was that Neil Sedaka, Donna Summer, Art Garfunkel, or Roger Glover and Guess? Now Roger Glover seems to get everywhere, so he must be somebody famous. I'm going to Google him afterwards, after the broadcast. And Corinda's confirming he got the right answer. Good, well played. And Nick is saying well played, Corinda. Indeed, it's a teamwork. That's what does it. We'd never get close to the score we've got at the moment if we were doing this quiz on our own. And it's just brilliant that we can all get together at 5 o'clock on a Monday and just chill for the quiz and my rant, of course. Okay, so I Only Have Eyes for You, and the choices are Neil Sedaka, Donna Summer, Art Garfunkel, or Roger Glover. And the first guess is in. Second guess is in too. So Peter is saying, at least I think it's Peter. I hope it's Peter. Art Garfunkel. And I can hear the tune now, yeah. And Neil Sedaka, but it's another guess. So again, we've got 2 out of the 4. Okay, now you've got to get the melody here. And Corinda is coming in with Art Garfunkel. Right, okay, I'm happy in this case to actually go with the majority opinion, which is Art Garfunkel. Well played, team. Well done. Okay, now if you get this one wrong, well, if we get this one wrong, we don't deserve to call ourselves music lovers. The title of the song is Autobahn. The options are Diana Ross, Earth, Wind and Fire, Kraftwerk, and George Baker's Selection. So you can pick any one out of those 4, but there is only one right answer, and I've spoken about them earlier in the quiz. So this is for getting 9 out of 10, and we're tied on to get 9 out of 10, and definitely Autobahn. Yeah, okay, I can go with that, Nick. It would be if you want to put a group in there as well. Okay, and we're a team, and we just need to know who is famous for Autobahn. And Nick knows the answer. He just wrote down the wrong bit. So Nick's going to come back, and we've got Kraftwerk. Nick, do you want to change your mind from Autobahn to the answer? Okay. Right. Corinda, do you have the link to actually come on the broadcast? Okay, and Nick, okay. Well done, Nick. It's all right. It's after going live early with me. I know it does that to everybody. Right. Okay. We have unanimity. We're all agreed. The answer to the final quiz question of today is Kraftwerk. I'm going to press the button now. Are you ready for this? Let's go. And it was the right answer. And we are just simply rocking it here. Again, we got 9 out of 10. The average is 7.92. 13,308 people have done the quiz before us, but we got 9 out of 10. We are the champions. We are the champions of the world. We got an A minus, which is very good. We're only tripped up by one song. We'll know we'll find out more about Pilot, but congratulations, team, for 1975 Songs 2 quiz on Trivia Plaza. We scored a very respectable, in fact, absolutely awesome 9 out of 10. So well played, everybody in the team. Nick got overexcited, and Corinda should be happy. Good, okay. And Nick again, great work. And it is teamwork. This is what it's all about. It's about working together. Because individually, I've got to be, if I'd done this myself, I'd probably get about 6. So 9 out of 10 is pretty, well, you can't beat it really. So let's stop screen sharing, which means that we're back to me on screen. If I turn my camera on. Okay, so I'm still here and you can still hear me. And last week was Monday through Thursday. Well, let's bring Corinda on screen to actually tell us about what he was watching last week. And hopefully, I thought Corinda has joined me. Corinda, I can't see your camera at the moment. If you'd like to refresh, I can't see a camera. Okay, so Corinda's gone to refresh. Corinda's going to tell us what was happening. He's ready to, that's better. Okay, and bring Corinda up on screen and go side by side. Hello, Corinda.
Hi, everyone.
Nice to see you, and thank you for joining the quiz, and thank you for getting so many right. Right, okay, where were you last week? What did you see?
Last week was perfect. I mean, government technology, government event, and it was perfect. The new Chamberlain quality 121.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a Samsung Galaxy 21, and what's special about it?
I'm going to share a link with you.
Okay.
If I can find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great work, guys. Says Nick. That's good. Okay, and I'm going to, yeah, I'll bring it on screen, Corinda. Okay, so it should be with us in a second. Right, I'm going to hide me. So I'm going to turn my camera off. I'm going to put your picture in picture, probably that way around, and you're in control.
This is the new Chamberlain. Chamberlain 21.
Yeah.
The new Chamberlain has got 300. Well, these are not the old one, but this one, the new one, has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 500.
Wow.
Yeah. And
incredible.
And it's like near, so it's got 600 altogether, and 1 at the front and 5 at the back. And it's got HDMI 2.1, so it's like on your TV.
Yeah.
Went away, so the new went away feature. And yeah, it's just brilliant. Like how they've done it.
Yeah.
And also it's like very, very clear.
Yeah. They're amazing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to come back. Right, so that's the Samsung 21 with five cameras.
Yeah.
Do you know when that's being released?
They say it might be released in March, maybe March or April.
Okay, and do we need to save up? Is it going to cost
a
lot of money?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right, okay. We'll start saving then.
But then, like, then there's the new Samsung TV, right? With the, when you got like the first one, and you got like the 8K. So there's no
Yeah.
any put it like that way, which is
Oh, right.
yeah,
Okay.
which on the
Brilliant.
screen up on the screen is on the Samsung website.
Okay.
If I
Same procedure as last time. I'll bring
yeah,
up the screen share. I'll hide my camera.
mm.
Put your picture in picture. And it's over to you.
So something is so it's like this one, but
Wow.
it's actually
Yeah.
and what I know about it is that it's something now, it's not something phone, you can now put it on your TV. So if you're a Samsung
Yeah.
phone, Samsung TV, or any Samsung devices, you can control it on your phone, which is,
Brilliant.
I never ever seen anyone do like that.
Yeah. 110-inch. That's a big
Yeah,
TV. Yeah.
that's, that's like
Wow.
a cinema.
It is.
Hmm.
It is. Wow.
19 TV, which is 4K, but when I was on June, they announced 8K.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay.
And you've got smart then cooking, so when you watch TV, you can
Yeah.
like see all the cooking goes on.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
And it's got the something help, something training.
Yep.
So when you go in the gym, and I think the gym mostly has it. Some of them have it already, but the old one, but when you go in the gym, the health,
Yep.
the smart health way, which is really fun to do.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
given that we're still in lockdown, that's a good idea to have a trainer built into the television set
yeah,
because then you can train at home.
yeah. I mean, it is very good. Even with the AI processor, the AI
Yeah.
processor is really fast, more than the LG, more than the sorry, but the Samsung AI processor is really powerful.
Hmm.
Mm,
Brilliant.
yeah, I'm just reading it comment because very, very good. Mm.
Okay. Right. So that's Samsung. Was there anybody else there at the show?
Yeah, LC,
Okay.
LCCC, 88 inch.
And that's an 88-inch TV.
Yeah,
Wow. I mean, at this point, I'm going to say that we've got a 32-inch TV. It
and
seems tiny.
this one is actually out now.
Yeah.
I can see where to buy it, but this one, the first effect on this, if I, yeah, the effect on this, you can see how your TV is, so you're on
Yeah.
your phone. You can
Okay.
stream it from your iPhone or Android.
Yeah.
Then it has like more power, but the effect display is 8K.
Wow.
Resolution is 3768.1492.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's not high res.
yeah, wide pepper color, pepper
Yeah.
black, ultra limited, gold, screen size is 88, review angle is perfect viewing angle.
Yeah.
Wow, it's got linear rich color,
Yeah.
human,
Mm.
like a video, it's got master processor, which is the A9 general AI processor 8K. Base thing, which is the AI system base 1, also generate, yes, I sort of fight now. I don't know what HLG is, but that's what it is. You know what you see then?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I,
As I say, I'm old technology. I've just got a 32-inch TV.
yeah, HDI effect, and it's got like motion flow,
Yeah.
like it's motion. Yeah.
Motion, yeah.
81, 3, and yeah, so it's got everything in there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Looks good. I hate to think how much it costs, though. Do you think it'd be?
On his website, like it might,
Yeah.
right, this is the online. They have buy from home,
The retailers, yeah.
Mark or P, yeah. So Jonathan Curry,
PLC, yeah.
wow, if one is 19
Yeah.
pounds, 19 dollars.
Wow. Yeah.
Now what's that in pounds?
Yes. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I'll come back to you on that later. But
Yeah,
certainly,
but,
I mean, 8K is things are getting very real. So I'm going to switch my camera back on. So thank you for that, Corinda.
yeah.
Okay.
But everywhere now, right, you know the PS5, the
Yeah.
PlayStation,
PlayStation, yeah.
PS5 is now popular.
Uh-huh.
Like from last year, and then the PS4, I mean, I
Yeah.
only PlayStation, but
Yeah.
they would say that PS4 is now old, but the PS5, now some people are using it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can see you enjoyed it last week, which is good to have it. Good for it to be back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was starting to want it end. I didn't want it to end.
Ah, no, but at least they've worked out how to do it, and they can do it. Well, hopefully next year, Corinda, it will be live again.
Hopefully, once it's
Hopefully, yeah.
vaccine is sorted, then we can go. Once this
Okay.
vaccine is
Yeah.
sorted out, and once we
Yeah.
have our vaccine, then we
Yeah.
can go.
Okay. Right. Corinda, thank you for joining me. Next week we'll be back. Fonz will be back as well. I'm next live tomorrow, same time as today. And everybody take care, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay.